I am in a group project, and it is for a teacher class. And it's like if you get a B or above, it's like you go straight into sophomore year of education into college. So it's like AP, but there's not like an AP test on like teaching. So the project was called like a big book, and it's a children's book, and the theme was supposed to be self-esteem. And so I wanted to do the writing, but even though like not as much of the points are like making the book and drawing it, it's like time wise, like that's like equally the same amount. And the only reason that it's honestly equal is because I was like really extra, made it rhyme. But yeah. So anyways, so last night, so we had an extension because I was like really sick over the weekend. And then I wasn't like dying, I just had a cold, but it was like really bad. Like I have like viscous lidocaine, like bad. But yeah, but I still, so she didn't make the book, and she didn't like draw, well, so she drew the characters like 3 different poses, like literally like 3 for each character, and there are about 30 pages in here, like 32 or something. So yeah, and it's literally due, so it is 6:40 a.m. I started at 11 p.m. because I had like something, and then callbacks before. So yeah, kind of like negative vibes, but like honestly, the reason I'm doing this is because I'm like really proud of this, because like I literally did this, like this entire thing. Like I drew the pictures, like every picture. I like, I don't know, like wrote it, made the book. My friend Sophia Miranda helped me like staple the blue papers, which was like really helpful. Yeah, so without further ado, here is Gary the Garfish. So I forgot these pages. Oh, ooh, I was gonna do a cute like about the author thing, but no. Okay, I have to shower. Okay, this book is dedicated to Lana Del Rey. 'Cause I'm funny. Gary the Garfish. I don't know if you can see. Okay. There is a fish named Gary. He was born in February. He loves to swim and play and explore the sea all day. To others he is tiny, but he thinks he's shiny. There is one thing Gary knows, that he does not like his pointy nose. Gary, I feel like this is better. Hold on. Okay. Gary swims with his friends near the reef that never ends. Sally is a seahorse who tends to lead the chorus. Behind her follows Ollie the octopus, Paco the pufferfish, and Gerald the jellyfish. All the way in the back, swims Gary the Garfish. There they are. They're cute. Paco's my fave. I accidentally started drawing his full form, and then I'm like, let's just make him dream about that, because I don't have time. There he is. It's Garfish. Gary. All day under the sun, the friends show off their skills while feeding on the krill. Together they have a bond, but of Gary they are not fond. Gary never strays, but they look the other way. When Gary asks why, they look at him smugly. Gary, your nose is long and ugly. Tough. Sally sees some seaweed and shows off for her friends. Look at me. I'm so strong. I can hold on for so long. Try to wrap around like me and hang on to the weeds. You can't. Don't you see? You're not as cool as me. Bitch. Smug bitch. I'm like going crazy. Ollie the octopus sees the coral and shows off for his friends. Hey friends, did you hear that I can disappear? I blend into the reef and hide within the sea. I think it's easy to agree. you're not as cool as me. They're like, oh my god, where'd he go? And he's like, in the reef, you fools, because that's the only amount of time I had to draw it. So obviously it's like in this section. Paco's always angry. Character choice. Love him. Paco the pufferfish swims the ocean blue. He then has enough room. I have this talent you'll never guess. The power to grow is what I possess. I can inflate like a balloon and puff out my spikes. All other fish better take a hike. And then they're like, whoa. And then even Sally is like a little scared. She's like, okay. But they're friends. Gerald wiggles his arms. It's time to display his charm. Who wants a zap? I'll shock you just like that. You'll feel the power of my tentacles. Didn't really think that through. Your skills aren't nearly identical. And then, of course, he uses Gary as his subject. Everyone's like, Gary's getting shot. And Gary's like, ah. The friends laugh and float. Then they begin to gloat. We are so unique. There is no critique. Out of all the other fish, we have the most talent. If any creature thinks they're better than us, they're up for a challenge. Garfield's like, Garfield, oh my god, that's the name of my friend's cat. Gary the Garfish pulled an all-nighter. He's like, I'm not talented. Spoiler. They say, what can Gary do? He can't even tie his shoes. His hue is dull and gray, and his nose is in the way. He can't do anything cool. Gary is the biggest fool. Yeah, Gary, you suck. Why are Gary's friends so mean? He felt this was something he should have foreseen. Maybe they were right. Gary felt like he had no light. He felt hopeless and sad and cannot think of any talents he had. You know what? Thought Gary. I'm fine with being ordinary. Big letters so the children can be like, I'm fine with being ordinary. With this thought, Gary started to gleam as he began to swim upstream, right? Go against the flow, right? Right? Swim against the current. It's like something like that. Salmon locks. Soon, Gary spots some pebbles. He has a thought that is experimental. He scoops up the rocks with his nose and balances the pebbles, which he starts to throw. After a little bit of struggles, Gary realizes he can juggle. Okay, so guys, so this is like very disturbing. Like really disturbing. Like really disturbing. Like I fix it. Like I don't know. Okay, I was like, ooh. Gary's new ability makes him elated. His confidence has inflated. Another fish saw the spectacle and found Gary most respectable. The fish begins to watch a talent considered top-notch. This little fan, this little flounder, I think. Don't quote me. Hey, everyone. Oh, sorry. Hey, everyone. Look at this guy, the fish loudly cries. As others came from afar, Gary became a star. However, he did not gloat. He just did what he loves the most. He would never put another fish down, for they may have a talent that they have not yet found. Right, so blobfish, anglerfish, I don't know, stingray, Nemo, something, lionfish, invasive species. Eat your local lionfish, okay? When the crowd started to leave, Gary began to believe. He did not need his talent to feel strong. He just needed to love himself all along. Sure, the juggling helped, but as Gary snacked on kelp, he felt in his heart that it was good he decided to part. His friends were not real friends. Okay, kids? Big letters. And he was glad that that was put to an end. He's like eating some kelp. He's like, damn, like I really was in a toxic friendship. Gary knows there is nothing wrong with his nose, which is pointy and long. He loves the fish he is, and the strength his difference gives. There is no fish like Gary, and there is no fish that is ordinary. Gary hopes that the other fish in the sea become confident like him. Then, under the sun, Gary begins to swim. Fin. Because, like, fin, but, like, the end in Spanish. All right. Thank you so much. It was called Gary the Garfish. Very excited to present it in class, which is, like, in 3 hours. Yeah. I think I might post this to YouTube because I'm, like, legit so proud of it. And, like, my partner, if you're watching this, like, honey, like, no shade. Like, it's okay. Like, I get it. Like, you're fine. Last year, I didn't do anything of a group project. And it's not like I'm going to say anything to the teacher because what do I get? What do I get from you getting a bad grade? Nothing. So, it's okay, honey boo-boo. I got you. But yeah, I'm just really proud of it. But if I want to publish this, I'm going to. That's okay. Okay. Thank you so much. If this is on my YouTube, thank you for watching. Don't subscribe because, like, I don't, like, do stuff. You can. Oh my god, it's so passive aggressive. I'm literally so sorry. Like, I need to shower. Okay, thank you. Bye.